Hi guys, welcome to Tech Babble. My name is Raf and this is awkward. Shut up. So today I wanted to go through my computer and just talk about it, what's inside of it. I just bought these stuff and sorry I didn't do a build, but I'll do that next time, I'll remember. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the foundation of the computer, base of the pyramid, the meat and the bones. I'm talking about the motherboard. This motherboard is the Asus TUF. Not tough, tough, T-U-F, but it is tough. The build quality is pretty amazing, so it is pretty tough. This motherboard is actually called TUF Z390 Plus Gaming with Wi-Fi. Now that's a mouthful. The whole name is like its own paragraph. And like I said, it has pretty great build quality. So basically, no worries when you take a screwdriver and drive it right through the motherboard. That can pretty much give anybody chills. And no worries here because that will take a punch or two. It does not support SLI, but it does have Crossfire. Who uses Crossfire? And as with all the Z390 boards, it enables you to take advantage of the K-series unlocked processors from Intel, and which I do not have here. Speaking of processors, it also supports socket 1151, so it will support all the generation 8 and 9 Intel processors. And speaking of that, let's talk about my processor. So I chose the 8700 with 3.2 gigahertz with a turbo boost up to 4.2 gigahertz. But Raf, where's the K? Yes, you were right. I do not have a K processor. It is just the 8700. It is not 8700K. Now, why did I do that? The biggest reason for me doing that is that it's $100 cheaper. I mean, come on. Well, yeah, sure, you do get a lot of performance without those $100, but that's performance I most likely won't take advantage of. I'll do some light to moderate gaming and I'll do some editing video, and that's about it. I'll probably never overclock this except for graphics card, the RAM, and I think I sped up the fans a little bit. Never mind. So Raf, why did you buy the Z390 board if you're not gonna overclock your processor? That is a very, very good question. And the reason to that is that it was on sale. It looks really pretty. I mean, look at it. It has like yellowish accents and stuff. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. But also it's future-proofing. And speaking of future-proofing, has anybody here followed through with their future-proofing plan? Like, for instance, you buy like a little bit lower end processor and you buy a higher end motherboard with the consideration that you will buy a better processor in the future. Has anybody done that? I mean, I, for one, have done that, but I have actually never bought the additional processor. I did that for the 1150 previously, and I did buy the better, a little bit better RAM. I did buy a decent graphics card, but I bought i5 processor with me thinking that I was gonna upgrade to a better processor in the future, but that never happened. They released a new socket, and so here we are. Hello. So we talked about the processor, and now let's talk about what is actually cooling it. So this here is the Cooler Master masterair. This is hard. This is really hard. Shut up. I'm trying my best here. So this is the Cooler Master masterair MA610P, I think. masterair MA610P. Yeah, correct. 610P. It's very quiet. It has about 35 decibels loudness. It has a heatsink with a 120 millimeter fan on each side of it. And so let's put that in perspective. I mean, a whisper is about 20 decibels. This fan is 35. Quiet rural area is about 50 to 60 decibels. So this is somewhere between a whisper and a quiet rural area. Yeah, I had to look that up, but hey, so it's not bad. I mean, the biggest thing here, when we're talking about loudness, the biggest problem in this box is the graphics card. I mean, the graphics card is pretty good. I mean, it's 1060 Gaming X 6 GB from MSI. As you can see, nice MSI logo, a little bit reddish MSI red. As with all the new graphics card, when it's not put on load, the fans do not spin up at all. It's just basically they're just waiting there until you put some load on it. But when you do put load on it, it's like a freaking jet engine coming in for landing. This shit is crazy. I mean, it's big ass fans. It only has 2 of them though, so it's the twin forcer or force shaft. Twin frozer. Twin. What is that? Twin frozer? 6? I have no idea. It's good though. It's pretty good. Next up, we have the RAM, and this is the HyperX. I don't know if you can see that here. That's the HyperX Predator. 16 gig was 8 gigs, so 16 gig total. Yeah. Clock speed of 3000 gigahertz. 3 gigahertz. Not 3000 gigahertz. 3000 megahertz. 3 gigahertz. I don't know my math, my computer math. Megahertz, gigahertz. Shut up. Anyway, fun fact about RAM, the DDR4, which these are, when you take them out of the box and install them into your computer for the first time, when you start up the computer, you have to go into the BIOS and enable XMP in order for them to actually reach the potential that says on the box for them. So these ones are set up for 3 gigahertz, but out of the box, when you start up the computer, it's only going to be 2133 megahertz. All DDR4 graphics card are like that. So what you need to do, you need to go into BIOS, enable XMP. So you take all these items and you combine them into this prettiness inside this box, and this box, which is a Lian LANCOOL digital. And the digital is with these up here slits in the front is like LEDs or something in here, but I disconnected them because I don't like LEDs outside of the box. I like LEDs inside of the box, or RGBs. Speaking of RGB, everything in here is RGB except for maybe the graphic. No, it does have some RGB on here, but the fan is RGB, the RAM is RGB, even a freaking motherboard is RGB on the side here, up there with the Tough Gaming logo and everything, and down here below. This motherboard has the Aura sync. And the cool thing about this is that I can take the fan here and connect its RGB header straight into the motherboard, which enables me to control the colors and everything on these RGBs through the Aura software that Asus provides. And with that, I've set to have everything light up in correspondence to the temperature on the processor. So at low temperatures, like below 40 degrees Celsius, everything lights up green. Above 40 degrees, it starts lighting up yellow, and above, I think it's 80 degrees, it starts lighting up red. I still haven't hit red yet, so just put that in perspective of how great this cooler actually is. Everything is just mostly up in yellow, especially when I'm gaming or anything like that. And now it takes us to the cable management. And no, I won't show you that because that is horrible. Just bear with me, I'm just gonna open up the case here so I can show you the cable management. Well, it's not actually that bad. Oh! I forgot hard drives. So I have one 500 gigabyte hard drive from Kingston. It's an SATA SSD, and here I have 128 gigabyte SSD, but I haven't connected it yet. It's basically just a placeholder for now, but I will get to it eventually and be able to utilize this. Yeah, so here's my cable management. It's kind of a mess, I know. It looks awful. I need to fix this. It's crazy. This little thing here, up here, is actually connected to the front LED panels that I've disconnected. So I could remove this at all, but maybe for future I might want to disconnect it back again. And yeah, this case and the LEDs in the front, the RGB, does not work with Aura Sync. The connector is different, so I have to connect it through a little connection box, and I don't want to spend that money on that. Yeah, I think that wraps everything up. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button, and if you didn't like this video, just hit that dislike button. I won't be mad. You can do that. It's okay. And if you love this content, just subscribe and I'll bring more of it to you. Thank you. Take care now.